Hi, it's Mr. Peterson with Applied Character Training. Today we're learning about the important character quality of flexibility. Flexibility is not getting too attached to ideas, plans, and schedules that can be changed by our authorities. Flexibility is an important character quality for us to learn. We talked a little bit about how storms can come in our life, and those storms can come in many different ways. Maybe a health problem or a challenge with a relationship. Maybe just problems in school. Boys and girls, when we learn the character quality of flexibility, it can be a great benefit in our life. Here in Southwest Florida, where I live, it's called the City of Palms, Fort Myers, and there are palm trees all around us. And especially in the summertime, there are some pretty serious storms that come to Fort Myers. And there will be winds that blow, there will be storms that come, there will be thunder, and lightning. And boys and girls, when the storms of life come to Southwest Florida, palm trees learn to bend and sway. They're flexible, they don't snap and break, but when the winds come, they have the ability to flex and bow. Boys and girls, that can be a great advantage here in Southwest Florida. We had a song that went with the same idea. Let's see if you remember it. It talks about when the palm tree stood beside the sea. You ready? Here we go. Once a palm tree stood beside the sea, and there came a great catastrophe when the rains came down and the strong winds blew. This is what it had to do: bend with the wind, nowhere to bow, for the storms are here to help us grow. Put a smile on your face and you will see we need flexibility. Wow, that's pretty neat, isn't it? And in that song it says nowhere to bow. And boys and girls, I have a bow right here, and the power and the strength of this bow is in its ability to be flexible. Wow, we can do it too. There's a second verse to our song. It goes like this. Well, if you bend too much, you just might break. So be sure of any change you make. If you stand for what is right today, things will all be a-okay. Bend with the wind, nowhere to bow, for the storms are here to help us grow. Put a smile on your face and you will see we need flexibility. Wow, that's a great song, isn't it? And it's a good reminder to us that flexibility can be a strength in our life as well. Another thing that we learned about was a little animal that reminded us of flexibility. Now, this little animal, it doesn't have a lot of control over the weather or the wind. It sort of reminds me of boys and girls in school today. It's basically their parents and their teachers that sort of direct them. They tell them when to get up, where to go, what time to be at a certain thing, maybe what jobs to do. And there's a little animal, a little teeny bird called the Ruby-Throated Hummingbird that reminds us of this very thing. And boys and girls, Ruby-Throated Hummingbirds, they're not very big. They only weigh about as much as a dime. But they have an ability to be flexible. They are the only bird that can fly up and down, from side to side, forward and back, and ruby-throated hummingbirds can even hover like a helicopter. Now, it's really important for these birds because ruby-throated hummingbirds get their food from flowers. And boys and girls, flowers, they don't just stay still. When the wind's blowing, they can move side to side, just like our wind is blowing right now. And the ruby-throated hummingbird has a long nose, and they've got to be able to fly up and down, from side to side, forward and back, in order to get their nourishment. And boys and girls, ruby-throated hummingbirds, they'll go to 1,000 plants every day to get their food. Their wings beat so rapidly, 60 beats in 1 second, that they use a lot of energy. Every single day, they have to eat 1/2 of their body weight in order to have the energy to move their wings so rapidly. They're an amazing little animal. Well, we also had a memory poem to help us remember the importance of flexibility. Let's see if you remember our memory work. It goes like this. I will look for good in changes. Let's give it a try. I will look for good in changes and will not fuss or fret. I will trust in my authorities and not get all upset. I will bend where it is needed by not hanging on too tight, but will not be made to compromise the things I know are right. Before me lies an open map, the choice is mine to make. I'll live a life of character, and that's the road I'll take. Wow. Boys and girls, let's learn to demonstrate strength through flexibility. Let's not get too attached to plans, ideas, and schedules that can be changed by our authorities. This month, let's be flexible.